Hello and welcome to the Toley Ranz Stops Bullying podcast. In all the podcasts over the years, we talked about how to stop bullying, how parents and children can get together practically with teachers, of course, in schools, but also at home. How can we stop bullying? I have to tell you, we can't. The notion that we as parents, grandparents, together with our children can stop bullying is, I would say we're on the wrong track. Bullying is not stoppable. There will always be children, adults, in school, at work, people who almost get Hello and welcome to our new podcast, Toley Ranz Stops Bullying. Over the years, if you have listened in, you know that we were trying and are to stop bullying. But as much research I have been doing, we can't stop bullying. Bullying is something, we can also call it extreme teasing, or teasing at all. It starts when children begin to think of their own power or go by intuition. And then they begin to bug each other. That develops into teasing and bullying. I totally agree. Yet when our children go to school, first grade or even kindergarten, first grade through fourth or fifth grade, those are those vulnerable years when we need to teach our children, in my opinion, not to how to stop bullying, because your children don't bully, and your children cannot teach that to other children. The only thing we parents, teachers, grandparents, we adults can teach our children is how to become strong inside, build our self-belief, build inner strength. And that is where Toley Ranz comes in. The Toley Ranz program is a program that promotes what our children need. Lately, we all are appalled about school shootings. Allow me to talk about that a little bit because it is connected with bullying. I mean, deeply connected. Did you know that most mass shooters, those in schools, their actions are rooted in mainly childhood trauma? And that is part of what we're addressing. Childhood trauma, childhood abuse. Yes, bullying is also abuse. We need to recognize it as such. And when we don't take care of our little ones, I'm talking the ones between kindergarten and fourth grade, 5 to 9, 10-year-olds, those are the vulnerable years. Those are the years when we can teach our children how to build positive relationships and promote curiosity for learning and bring in joy and laughter, because that can help prevent mental health issues. Mass shooter traits. I know that sounds terrible, but it is terrible. Did you know that shooters have this trait that they have been bullied severely when they were in school? That, of course, leads again to truly academic downfall. And most of them have not finished high school, which doesn't mean that they are dumb or uneducated, but it means they didn't have guidance. Somewhere they fell through the cracks. You know, I just heard about this 10-year-old boy who truly fell through the cracks. Why? Because the parents didn't listen to him, that he did not want to go to school, that there is a bully. And school officials said they didn't have time. You know, that makes me didn't have time for a child in an emotional pain. Yes, and now we lost that child, 10-year-old. My heart breaks to hear those tragedies. Yes, I want to go into that mass shooters really overwhelmingly fit a certain profile. A profile of neglect, abuse, kind of left sitting aside in society. Certainly, it is many times based in family life, in rocky family life. But when these children come to school and they're vulnerable, then the bullies pick up on them. So when you, as a parent of a young child, listens to this broadcast, I urge you, go to ToleyRanz.com and look for the guides I have posted there. You will find many ideas and helpful hints. Is it possible that you're right when you say we don't know what's happening in school until we listen to our children and listen to those things they don't tell us. And in order to help our children is not only to see that they have a childhood that, let's say, is harmonious. We have many problems as parents. Our kids weren't born with a manual. However, if we take time to listen to them and let ourselves guide by what the kiddies don't tell us, then we strengthen our children from within. They feel secure, they feel happy, and they feel without fear. That's the attitude they have when they go to school. However, too many children don't have that. So when they come to school, they're already vulnerable because their emotional neglect is the core for emotional health, lack of health, that develops over time. It doesn't just appear when a 15 or 17-year-old is angry. It goes back to childhood, early childhood, in 1st to 5th grade. Let me come back to the point that I made a while ago. Anti-bullying is not working. Bullying can't be stopped. There's always somebody who bullies. But I want to go farther. I want our children not be afraid of bullying. I want our children to learn their inner strength that the bullies will be afraid of our strong children. Let's turn it around. Parents, grandparents, teachers, the ones you're listening, please turn it around. Give your children this gift of inner strength before an emotional crisis in your young children appears. Yes, you can promote children's self-assurance, inner strength, self-belief. Isn't it nice to believe in yourself? That creates happiness and fear-free days. Learn how to boost positive relationships. All of the above initiates curiosity in learning and joy and laughter. Those values, they do counteract mental health issues. And those go back to mass shooter traits, which include sadness, isolation, anxieties, and fears. So let's turn to Toley Ranz's program. Toley Ranz is a whimsical, beautiful little character representing your children, every child's inner voice, that voice of wrong and right, that voice, that intuition. It doesn't feel right. That means it isn't right. Listen to Toley Ranz. By the way, we spell Toley Ranz Toleyranz. That first and last name, Toley Ranz, is from tolerance. Yes, the values we're trying to teach our children, they come from tolerance, kindness, mindfulness, self-respect, charity. All of that and so much more is what Toley Ranz represents. And when your children begin to believe in themselves, that I can attitude, yes, that is when the bully will stay away from your children. So parents, let's turn it around. Let's not be afraid of bullies anymore. Let's strengthen our children from within. Shoulders up, straight body posture, and say, I am. You're not going to mess with me. I believe in myself. I know I am better than a bully. So, parents, it sounds awful, I know, but mass shooting traits, those traits in mass shooters, go back to their young childhood. The trauma they have experienced, whether this is abuse of any kind or the loss of a friend, a family member, military separation. All of these things is for the little soul trauma. And that's what I'm trying to bring across. I would love to see the Toley Ranz program helping our young children, ages 5 to 10, become strong school kids going into middle school and high school without fear, without violence. So let's try, with your help, call me, send me an email, info@Toleyranz, TOLEYRANZ.com, or call me 928-254-1879. I'm here for you. I will give you everything what you need for free. Have your children in mind. It is for the emotional well-being of your child. So, the Toley Ranz program, you can read about it also online, toleyranz.com, our website. For today, I want to thank you for listening in. And until next time, I say, have no fear. Toley Ranz is here.